Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this particular video we are going to talk about the pseudo-affinity chromatography concept. So this video is gonna be relatively short video because this is not that important concept according to the GATE and the CSI NET exam, but still it is a section of the affinity chromatography, so we are going to cover. So what is a pseudo-affinity chromatography? So in the previous video we learned about the bioaffinity chromatography, where we use a biological molecule such as antigen or antibody kind of a receptor, and we exploit that property to separate our biomolecule. So in pseudo-affinity chromatography what we use is a non-biological molecule which is used in the matrix to separate our molecule of interest. So there are further classification of pseudo-affinity chromatography based on their different properties. So one is the di-affinity chromatography, the metal affinity chromatography, and the covalent affinity chromatography. So we are going to take a look into all of these three chromatography. So now coming to the di-affinity chromatography first. So here the matrix is coupled to a reactive dye. So whenever we will put a molecule of interest in the column, so if there will be our molecule of interest which can react to our particular dye, then there will be a particular reaction formed, and due to that reaction we can say that yes, that our biomolecule is present there. So one of the example of this is Civacron blue, which is coupled to the dextran matrix, and this has the affinity towards the dehydrogenase. So here Civacron blue actually react with the dehydrogenases to separate our product. So the another one is the metal affinity chromatography. Actually we talked about it in the bioaffinity chromatography is because metal affinity chromatography is being used extensively to separate the biological molecule, but the nickel, iron or zinc are usually present in the biological system, so also it is being considered in the bioaffinity chromatography, but according to the principle it is on the pseudo-affinity chromatography. And coming to the covalent, oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen the metal affinity chromatography, you should watch the previous video. You will get the idea of the nickel anti and the other affinity chromatography. Yes. Now coming to the covalent affinity chromatography, here the binding of an analyte to the matrix is a covalently and is not reversible. So what we are looking is the analyte will bind to the matrix and there will be a bond formation there. So bond formation is won't be reversible. So now to break that bond we need to add something extra which can react with that particular bond that which is formed with that particular molecule, and then that bond will be broken so that our molecule of interest should get eluted out. So the simple example is the epichlorohydrin receptor mediated affinity chromatography. Here the uh, matrix has the epichlorohydrin as a receptor. So I hope you understood the video, although this is a much of informative video, but this is according to the concept. So okay, I'll cover a bit of the metal affinity chromatography. So here uh, in the metal affinity chromatography is simple. The transition metals such as nickel, iron or the zinc are used as in the matrix, and they have a specificity toward the histidine type. So a very simple example is the nickel anti-affinity chromatography. In the many labs all over the world, this chromatography is being used to separate our biomolecule of interest. So I hope you understood the video. Even if you don't worry, this is gonna cost you much. So I hope you like the video. If you did, so like, share and subscribe, and I thank you for your attention.